Are the protests at those town hall meetings the product of real grassroots rage and resentment over big government and health care reform, or are they being orchestrated by the right? White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs was skeptical about the grassroots nature of these angry mobs. Here's what he said today.
I also have no doubt that there are groups that are have spread out people across the country to go to these things and to specifically generate videos that can be posted on internet sites so that people can watch what's happening in America.
What's happening in America is right now. Chris Solis is with the WashingtonPost.com, and Gene Cummins is with the Politico. Gene, I want you to go first. If you had to explain American politics on August 4th, 2009, what would you say is going on in all these crazy meetings? We're going to show some of this B-roll of these meetings in Long Island, in Texas, in Pennsylvania. Everywhere a congressperson holds a meeting, apparently, these people show up well-dressed, middle-class people in pinks and limes, if you will. Who are they? They've been called the Brooks Brothers Brigade. Who are these people?
Well, they're conservatives who are being organized by several different Republican organizations. One of them is an organization committed to defeat health care. They're running on their site every list of town hall meetings they could find and encouraging people to show up. The Republican House Committee is also urging and organizing people to go out to these town hall meetings and basically create a fuss that can then be go viral on the web and make it appear as though there's a great deal of opposition to the president's plan. The problem is at some of these town hall meetings, they've been outnumbered by citizens who would actually like to discuss the issue in a more civilized way, and they've shouted those folks down.
Wow. Let me go to Chris Solis. Your thoughts. It's not usual to see the middle class in up arms, but these people look pretty well off. They don't look like rich people, but they certainly are not poor people demanding health care. Apparently they have what they want. They don't want it touched.
You know, Chris, to Jean's point, I think she's right. I think I'm always skeptical of turning an anecdote into a broader conclusion, which is that there's clearly an element of people, whether they're organized or not organized, who are not happy with this plan. If you look at national polling, and lots of it's been done in the last few weeks, support for the president's plan has waned a bit. That said, you know, as someone who writes a blog for a living, I'm all in favor of civil as opposed to incivil discourse. So I think more is likely to get done by listening to one another rather than shouting one another down.
Yes, but let's go to the issues that get people heated up. It's not just the cost of this program, because we're not clear about that. It's not even on the tax impact. We don't know that. It's about some of these cultural issues, these wedge issues. For example, the word is out in the street that government employees are going to come to you and tell you to stop wasting Medicare money, stop wasting your family's money. Get with this pull the plug program. That seems to be the way they're selling it on the right, Gene, that people are going to come to you rather ghoulishly and tell you, you know, you become a burden, stop charging up all this health care costs, tell us to pull the plug on you. I mean, it sounds awful, but that is the message getting out there to a lot of people.
Well, certainly they have taken parts of the plan and distorted some of them. Some of them are legitimate concerns that some seniors have, that some health care procedures may not be available to them late in life. But the one that they have really distorted is one that revolves around hospice care. And what basically that is, as studies have shown, is if seniors write down a much more detailed, not just a living will, but real directives about what kind of care that they want, that then their wishes will be complied with. And many times what they have found in states that do this a lot better than it's done nationally is that many times people don't want to die in an ICU unit. They want to die at home with their family. And
right.
Clearly,
well, I'm with you on that. I think, fair enough. And most people would be smart to make these declarations clear so that their relatives don't have to make the decisions, like in the Shivo case, where the whole country got involved, senators got involved, members of Congress were legislating on the floor what to do with this poor woman when she was in that state. We were all looking at pictures of it. To avoid that, the person themselves has to make it clear. But, Gene, the question is, does somebody come to you and aggressively say to you, look, these are the options, or do you look at a form somewhere like we all should do, look at our insurance policy and say somewhere in here you can have this paid for, this consultation? Is it
Yes,
aggressive or is it passive?
It's passive. It's an offering to people who are on Medicare that the government will cover the cost of a consultant to come and help a person prepare such a document. They're not required to prepare it. They are encouraged to prepare it, and the government would pay for the person to come and help them do it so that it's binding and it can't be challenged a host of different ways. And also they would help them create the kind of detailed language that's necessary given whatever their condition is. Because that's another problem. You leave a living will, but your condition changes as you get older and you get sick, and it doesn't really apply.
Chris,
well, these are hot issues. Chris, go ahead quickly.
I was just going to say, this is why it's hard to do big reform on big issues, because little pieces of misinformation here and there can really influence the debate. That's why things like this not change.
Are you saying that the devil's in the details?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. I love those cliches because they're always true.